in between the speakers.
Hi, my name is Shonda Crowley. I've been disabled since 1987, was diagnosed with a rare disease in '81. I'm on Medicare. It's not great, but it's better than what I had before. And I am afraid, they've spent millions and millions of dollars on me, keeping me alive. Are they going to stop that? Is my life not worth anything? I have spoke to my doctors, and my doctors are not on board with this. They said that a plan like this would hurt me, and I want to stay around.
Hi, I'm Hans Anderson from Vandenberg Village, and there's a couple of things we all have to remember. If the government can give you something, guess what? They can take it away. And also, they can't give you anything because the gift is coming out of your pocket. And I forgot what the other thing I was going to say. But I'm glad to see you all here because this is what America's all about. We don't need to be told by people who can't pass a geography test how to rule the world.
I'm concerned about something that I don't know anything going on since I've been aware of that there was a government and a Congress. I hear Obama saying constantly that there is nothing in these bills that will do, etc., etc. No rationing, no medical paralegals, no money for abortion, etc., etc. All of the things. The problem is there is nothing in those bills to prohibit it either. And once you get to the details, after this bill passes, and you sit down and you write out all of the little how-tos, what-tos, and who's excited. If it's not prohibited, it can get in there, and it probably will. And if they can't do it that way, they'll slide it in with another bill, and you know, a little writer, this and that. I don't know how to stop it. I really don't.
Well, these representatives, snappy dressers, nothing. My name is Mike Murphy. I'm a local business owner. I've had some experience in the healthcare industry, but I guarantee you that nobody in this room is probably going to have the same perspective as me, because what I've done is I've taken the chance to look at all the different aspects of these issues, and what I've discovered is that it is about the issues, it is about the different aspects of the healthcare plan, but it's also about votes. Because what Obama is really good at is tying in blocks of voters. And I have a handout, I have about 50, that explains my perspective. But what I want you to worry about is that as he accomplishes this healthcare reform, if he does, then what happens is he gets control of a block of voters. And the whole problem in our country today is an imbalance of power. It swings to the left, it swings to the right, right? And everybody's a nut job on both sides, right? So the problem is that we have to control our vote. And I believe that this administration is going to control our vote through fear, intimidation, or entitlement. And you need to look at it from that perspective. And we do need reform, but we don't need the government to take over healthcare. Hello. Sorry, this is really loud. I have actually a quick question for you, Andy. Is Elton Gallagher here?
This is part of your time.
I know. Is Elton Gallagher here?
No.
Why doesn't he have a dummy up here?
Good question.
I just one thing I want to say real quick is when I was born with a really serious disease that could have killed me by the age of 5. And the only reason I'm alive today is because of government health care. My dad was in the military, and I was given military health care, and it actually saved my life. So if the government is able to run a health care plan with our military service and their families, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to do it for regular Americans who pay taxes.
Now, you know, the bottom line, you can yay or nay after they're done. I want to add this. He asked about Gallagher. The reason I've been upset with TAPS is, A, she did vote for this stuff. She did send out press releases, but then she refused to defend her vote. And that's my problem. If she would defend it, then fine. Gallically, I seriously doubt is for this plan. Is there next? Do we have the next row? Is there anybody in this next? Come on, Jack.
Thank you. My name is Jack Pellerin. I'm a member of COLAB. I'm a member of Committee Inc. and the Santa Barbara County Taxpayers Association. And there's no government program that I know of that hasn't exceeded all costs by substantial amounts. None of them. And another, in my opinion, if we add 50 million more people to health care, it can't help but overburden the costs and the time of doctors, nurses, hospitals, Medicare, and all those things. And it'll place most people on waiting lists for many, many months. It will undoubtedly cause a lot of early deaths, not being given treatment. And the taxpayers are already overburdened, and this will increase taxes. And as an example of overburdening, my wife and I got married a year and a half ago. We're both on Social Security. Before we paid 5% of our Social Security income, but we got married and combined it. Now we pay taxes on 85% of our Social Security. It was never intended to be taxed at all. And so this is another example of overburdening the taxpayers. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good evening. I'm John H. McCoy Jr. From Santa Maria. And you know, 60% of the foreclosures were the result of the individuals who had the cost of health care. Cost 60% of this country because of poor health care and expenses channeled them into foreclosure. But if many of you will go over to the health plan, pallet, over by AAA, and follow the instructions of that organic restaurant's guidance, it will improve your health and increase your wealth.
On the center section, the left section, is anybody in the next row?
My name is Hortensia Polta, and I'm a disabled, as you can see. And I believe that no government leaders has the right to kill a human being because of choice, disability, age, or the unborn. The abortion is not a choice. Only God can give life and take it away.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm Juanita Pask from Santa Maria, and one of the reasons I came is because I was with the same idea. You said we weren't supposed to do this. I have a little different perspective. I believe that the reason we're all in this situation is because of the number of people who don't think abortion has anything to do with them. The elected officials, you're there, don't believe in life. And when you talk to this blonde over here, they tell me she's a nurse. And I think she knows better than to kill children. But she votes that way all the time.
Here in California, we have wildfires. When a wildfire gets started, it consumes everything in its path. This is the way I feel about our own federal government in 2009. A firestorm has been overtaking our country and its citizens. Even the members of Congress have not had taken the time to read the legislation they vote on, much less to study and process its implications. It has been one significant and serious bill after another, after another, after another. The type of health care reform that is being considered is much too broad to be analyzed or understood, and the cost is huge. I believe that it is a significant part of the current controversy. I urge the Congress to thoroughly analyze the current system, to take steps to fix those areas that need fixing, and not to insist on fixing the parts of the system that are not broken. And Does anyone really think that the federal government can improve anything to make it better or more efficient?